New report from the Cook County Sheriff says tens of thousands of people who shouldn't have guns here in Illinois do still have them, and he is calling for more resources to get those guns off the streets.
WGN's Andrea Medina joins us now with a reaction. Hi, Andrea.
The sheriff emphasized it has mainly been an honor system to turn guns over, but he adds there are even more people throughout the state who are still holding on to guns when they're not supposed to. The Illinois State Rifle Association executive director agrees those who are a clear and present danger shouldn't have firearms, but he says they should not be taken away from those who follow the rules and rely on them for safety.
Hey, we have a firearm restraining order. We're going to serve you today, okay?
I don't have a firearm, but...
This body cam video is from last May when the Cook County Sheriff's Office gun team paid James Markman a visit to his home in the southwest suburbs to verify he wasn't holding on to any weapons. The man's firearm owner's identification, or FOID card, was revoked in 2017 after violating an order of protection. He was required to turn over his guns to local police.
So what's in there? You want to just let me know so I don't have to tear your place up? There's a firearm in there.
So our teams are highly trained. They go there, and that's what they do each and every day.
Sheriff Tom Dart says in 2013 he established a unit, and since then they've handled 9,200 cases, collected 4,000 FOID cards, and confiscated 1,500 guns.
If people don't want to give up their guns, anywhere you go, but it has to be done.
The sheriff points to mental health issues, order of protection violations, and felony indictments as common reasons for a FOID card to be rescinded. But he says the state of Illinois is having a difficult time keeping up with people who've lost their privilege to legally own a gun. According to a report put together by the sheriff's office, more than 39,000 people have their FOID cards revoked in Cook County. About 27,000 have not turned in their cards or guns to law enforcement. Across the state, nearly 112,000 have been considered too risky to own guns, but about 84,000 haven't been accounted for.
Tragedies already have occurred with this because people have not gone and gotten the guns out of houses.
We don't want anybody who is actually a clear and present danger to have a firearm.
Richard Pearson with the Illinois State Rifle Association echoes a demand to disarm those who shouldn't have guns. But Pearson believes officers need to tread lightly when enforcing the law, saying there have been times when the rights of people who are law-abiding citizens were taken away.
Databases go back so far that a lot of times there is no way for them to prove their innocence because the charges were dropped and the court records weren't kept.
While the sheriff's office has been assisting with taking guns from people who have lost that right, Illinois State Police is the agency responsible for implementing such rule. They have been awarded grants to fund the revocation enforcement program to bring people into compliance with the law. But Sheriff Dart says recent data shows the number of revocations is getting higher, saying state leaders need to allocate resources and $10 million so ISP can continue regulating revoked gun permits.
The vast majority of our state is not being able to keep up with these numbers.
Between May 2019 through 2022, Illinois State Police has reported bringing almost 4,300 people into compliance by having them surrender their FOID cards and guns. In a statement, ISP says it works with law enforcement agencies around the state to provide them money for firearm regulation. The sheriff is also calling on state leaders to sponsor a bill that would increase a $2 fee on firearm purchases or transfers to $10.